Hello, everybody, and welcome to more Colorado Rockies baseball here. And we are in June, and we are in Boston, as you all know, from Massachusetts. Love myself some Red Sox, but not right now. We are 35-29 after a better month than the first month of the year, and we are back here in Beantown taking on no one. By the way, no one calls it Beantown other than like announcers coming to Boston to call it. Just for anyone who's not from Massachusetts, we don't call it Beantown. Easton Stacy, though, calling this place home, and he's having a very, very good season. And he gets a 1-2-3 inning against our top three in Colorado. And that will do it for the top half of the first inning. Again, Easton Stacy, a rookie, or not really a rookie. He's had some moments over the past couple of years, but having a really, really good season. And what I believe is his first full season really starting and doing stuff. And just like us, or them, we have a guy in his first season starting and really doing stuff. Rafael Parra, 6-4 on the year, 4.17 ERA. That's, if you're getting that from your number 5 guy, you'll take it. And that's exactly what we're getting from him. And as like Easton Stacy, he also throws a 1-2-3 inning. And the first inning has come to a close off a ground ball to third base from Brandon Marsh, and no one on, no one scoring, all that fun stuff here. First batter of the second inning is Jazz Chisholm, and he was fucking sick and tired of seeing those zeros on the scoreboard. He changes that with one swing of the bat. First pitch of the second inning, it's gone here in historic Fenway Park, and the Rockies are on the board with Jazz Chisholm's 16th home run already. Again, there's not many things that are guaranteed. Death taxes and Jazz Chisholm having an incredible first half to a baseball season. That's all we've known over the last few years. Fastball up in past the bat of Ezekiel Tovar, and that will end the inning here for the Red Sox, but they do not get away without giving up a big fly to Jazz Chisholm. 1-0 Rocks over the Sox. Rafael Devers, he strolls up to the plate, having a down year, but one of the better players in Red Sox history, really. And the first pitch he sees is also demolished. Look at that. First pitch, our number 4 hitter C in the second inning, going band for band. He copied my whole flow. Insert Soulja Boy reference here. And Rafael Devers, he goes a little bit longer than Chisholm, I believe, and absolutely torches it. He's at many a ball into that area of the ballpark. 421 feet. Yikes. And in the second inning, however, they add on. We're not going exactly mirror match here. Will be a single up the middle for Emmanuel Valdez. And now you have Red Sox threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-2 count to Connor Wong. Walks Connor Wong, brings up Roman Anthony with the bases loaded. Was touted at this super high-level prospect. Hasn't quite gotten to that level with the Red Sox. Was in free agency last year in his first eligible year and didn't really command much. But Rafael Devers does put them on the board. It is 1-1. Third inning, nothing happens. Fourth inning, here we go. That's a single up the middle. Nope. It will be not quite 2, but a good play in the hole by the second baseman Vaughn Grissom to the shortstop Nick York to get one there. Now brings back up Jazz Chisholm. Again, his first pitch swinging. This one's fouled away. Chisholm just been, again, acquired in free agency in 2027, as it says, been probably, other than Larry Walker, what better free agent move have Colorado made in their history? I'm not sure. However, it doesn't work out there. Changeup that he chops at third base. They go around the horn and complete the double play. Jazz Chisholm has been absolutely incredible for us, for the Rockies as a whole. And 1 run, 3 hits for both teams at this juncture of the ball. Old friend Alex Thomas, or old enemy Alex Thomas, I should say, signed with Boston from Arizona last offseason. He gets a taste of a nasty sweeping curve from Rafael Parra that eats him up right above the shins. And Emmanuel Valdez speeds him up a bit, 92. It's about where Parra maxes out at. And that will be the inning. Top 6 now. Sterling Thompson is at the plate. He swings and misses at a fastball, high and away. Easton Stacy still out there and still carving up our bats. He's had a great game. You see 49 pitches through this part of the game, but makes a mistake there. Waiting on that splitter, middle. Drew Romo, how we doing? I think I said in an episode before, Fenway, the Cincinnati, and what other Arizona? He just mashes at these ballparks. I don't know why, but it seems like every time we're at one of those 3 parks, Drew Romo's hitting tanks. I don't know. He loves Boston. He had a 2-home-run day against Boston a few years ago, and not quite 2 here. As a good play by Nolan Jones to go and get that ball from Brandon Marsh. But yeah, Drew Romo loves himself some Fenway Park. Who doesn't? Battle of the Raphaels is won by Parra. Great stop by Amador. Took a second to get second base. The relay throw over to Domine a little bit late. But look at this play by Adael Amador. Just swoop. And right there, they a little bobble. Got the ball caught in the webbing of the glove. But does get one. And because he got that one, was able to get out of the inning on the next batter. Kyle Teal popped up. Stephen Kwan there. Teal having a fantastic year, by the way. Back-to-back years, up over 25 home runs. And he's on pace to break that this year. So through 6 innings, we are good. Rafael Parra also very good, and that will be the day for Easton Stacy. Wilkerman and Gonzalez will come out and replace him. In 16 games, a 3 ERA and 39 innings, you'll take that from your long relief guy, no doubt. Face off against Nolan Gorman here. 0-2 count, has Gorman right where he wants him. Has a runner on first base, and he's coming home. Change up in the bottom of the zone, but flicks it up over that monster, and see you later. Seen many lefties just go opposite field and go over that short porch, but a tall porch. Again, it's only 310 to left, but it is 37 feet high. So a lot of people say, oh, you hit home runs. You get a lot of doubles at Fenway Park for sure. But not saying it's hard to hit a home run at Fenway, but not as many. It's not like Coors where everyone's hitting home runs left and right, but just muscles it up over that wall. Sterling Thompson gets a good hold of this one. This is high and deep. Roman Anthony going back and reaches up. Cannot get it. Luckily for him, though, lands in the bullpen off of the bounce, so the runner has to hold up, and we have second and third with 2 down. It's a very good piece of that. One of the better hits we've seen Sterling Thompson execute this year. And old friend alert, Chris Bubich, he comes out in 22 games and 56 innings, 4 ERA. Not having a terrible year. Shout out Chris Bubich. Who remembers Chris Bubich on the Rockies? Who amongst you has a Chris Bubich Rockies jersey? I'll sign it if I see you at a game. Does get Drew Romo to pop up. Can't quite relive his night a few years ago where he had a home run on each side of the plate. And Nolan Gorman, he is the main story of that 7th inning. 2-run shot pushes our lead up 4-1. Parra still out there, and on relatively good pitch count, 75 at this point in the game. Chisholm's going to play the ball off of the wall, and it'll be a leadoff double for the Bo Sox as Alec Thomas gets revenge from that nasty strikeout we showed earlier in the game. Nick York with a runner out and a runner on second base. He flails at his sweeping curve well out of the zone. Brings up Connor Wong. 2 outs. Wong into right field. Jones waited on it for a second, but able to get to the ball in the air. So a leadoff double results in nada for the Red Sox. That's the kind of pitching you love to see from your pitcher who is out there working it as a young kid as well. Jazz Chisholm up the middle. Gets the ground ball Bubich needs, but Grissom can't flick it and turn it in time. Will be a base hit for Jazz Chisholm. Brings up Nolan Gorman, who we just saw him have a 2-run home run in that 7th inning. And since coming back from the injured list, has had OPS over 1,100. Has been an absolute phenomenal start to his year past that injury. And he goes first pitch swinging. Hammers a circle change into right field and brings in a run and extends our lead to 4. Tommy Domine has been picking apart left-handed pitching this year. can't quite get it there. 12-6 just dropped off the table. Nolan Gorman does give us some insurance as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And we have doubled up the Red Sox in hits, outscored them by 4. Things are going good for us right now. Adael Amador trying to add on even more, and he will. This will be put right into that tricky corner in right field. 2 will score. Coming into second base is Adael Amador. In this game, pretty much over as Adael Amador bowls in 2. And you see, he just puts it right in that corner. It is so hard. They say you have to have a center field caliber defender in right field in Fenway just because of how tough it is. Brandon Barreo, who came in the 8th inning, stays in for the 9th with the expanded lead. Does give up a run, it seems, but Stephen Kwan able to put it away. 7-2, we win this game in Boston, a team that we should be beating up on, and beat up on them we did. And very proud of our guys coming into my favorite ballpark besides Ford Field, and getting a win on the road. Always fun to come into Fenway. Everyone always seems to enjoy it. We pick up a first win in this series. Now let's check out the box score and see who did what today. Kwan, a single. It was 3-hit day for Jazz Chisholm, 3-hit day for Drew Romo. Again, loves playing here in Fenway. Double for Romo, Thompson, and Amador. Home run for Romo, Gorman, and Chisholm. RBI for Romo, 2 for Amador, 3 from Gorman and Chisholm. And that pitching line from Rafael Parra, very, very, very good. 2 hits from Kyle Teal. That was really most of the damage. He hit a home run. Rafael Devers hit a home run. We saw that Thomas double. Other than that, really nothing. Easton Stacy, 6 innings, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts. Wilkeman Gonzalez gave up 2 in 2/3 of an inning. And we got Drew Smeltzer for 2. Back in Fenway as we try to wrap up this series. Nolan Jones having an incredible year at the plate. We brought in the 9th inning, trying to give us the lead or tie this game up or something. And a walk allowed by Tom Cosgrove brings up Benny Montgomery with the bases loaded. Montgomery very good against lefties. We kept him in. See if he can come through for us, and change up just perfectly placed. Can't get too mad about that. Sped up the bat of Montgomery, and that will do it for this one. The Red Sox come back and win, or don't come back and win, but come back the next day and win. Red Sox win. Look at that guy. That would have been me a few years ago. Not anymore. And they end up winning this series. This is the 3rd game of our 3-game set. They beat us 4-3. Another pitching opportunity, another late game situation. We're asking Mark Winchester to come in against the Seattle Mariners. Jordan Romano up for them, for the Mariners, and it would be blow up 99-mile-per-hour fastball right by Winchester. Strike him out. Stephen Kwan now looking to play hero ball here in the 9th inning. Bottom 9, tied the game at 2. Runners on second and first. 2 outs. Kwan pops this one up. Will this one drop? No, it will not. So it will not be a drop. We are going into extra innings here in Colorado, and now we'll see if we can rock it off. Tyler O'Neill puts down the squeeze bunt, or suicide squeeze, and Julio Rodriguez. I don't know why teams continue to think that's a good strategy, because it ain't. It just is not. And Roger Calderon gets him to swing and miss there. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. Calderon picks up another save. And it is 2-2 still. Amador, Jones, Jazz Chisholm up. Caleb Ferguson coming in to the ball game, and he will have to face off against our best 3 in the lineup. But they do bring the lefty in. Amador very good against lefties, but they get him out. They have 2 lefties coming up. Jones really doesn't struggle against either handedness, and Chisholm not as good against lefties. Fastball hit down the line, just foul. Amador trying to play hero, and he will. Sweeping curve, hit the opposite way. This will definitely get down. It doesn't get out. Didn't need to, however, as the Rockies rock it off and win. Stephen Kwan comes around to score, and Adael Amador is our hero tonight. We take this game against the Mariners 3-2. Seattle. We haven't seen much of Seattle in our time looking at the Colorado Rockies. We pick up a big win against them here. and we walk it off. Colorado playing some more heroics late. It's kind of what they're known for. Now let's get into a full game against Seattle as the Mariners stay in town. After us winning that game, we're in our City Connects. 37-31 is our record. 36-30 is theirs. So a very favorable, or not favorable, even matchup, I would say, between the two teams. So a very good test for us. See where we're at. Again, we have had better months, better and better months, and we bring up James Morrow, who has a 5.70 ERA, but the FIP is really good. A lot of the peripherals are really good. It's really weird the season he is having. And Julio Rodriguez, he strikes out, and that is one thing that James Morrow will do. He will strike you out. Big strikeout there for Mora. As we move on in this one, we're about to see the Rockies half of the first inning. Taking on number 40, Landon Knack, a former Dodgers product, now finds himself in Great Pacific Northwest. 3-6 record on his year, 6.37 ERA, and he is so far pitching a pretty good game. And Nolan Jones breaks that up and puts it past the diving Julio Rodriguez, playing right field tonight. And that would be a stand-up double for Nolan Jones. First two batters retired easily by Landon Knack, but can't quite get Jones out. And that will keep the line moving. And look how close it was to Julio Rodriguez making an excellent diving catch. Just missed it. Chisholm 1-2 count. That ball gets away, and moving up to third base is Nolan Jones. And he'll take that 390 feet for sure. Wild pitch assessed to Landon Knack, and he just pulled this one. And with a full count, Chisholm grounder shortstop, and they'll put him away to end the inning. So you have the wild pitch, you have the pretty cool double, but nothing comes of it as both teams sit at 0 as we end the first inning. In the top of the second, Nick Senzel. Oh, what a beautiful pitch by James Mora. Absolutely clipped the zone. Watch this pitch. The sweeper that he's known for just dots him up. And Senzel, how much you can do about that, I guess. Kyle Isbell, a lefty, playing center field tonight. He's going to go down the line, and he will rattle up against the outfield wall in right field and get in there for a double as he's on at the end of the second inning here with 2 outs. A little 2-out double never hurt nobody. He just laces this one right down the line. Beautiful piece of hitting. Ryan Noda, big plate discipline, high strikeout guy, formerly of Oakland, flies out to Stephen Kwan, and they strand the runner at second base. So both teams have stranded a runner at second base with 2 outs so far tonight. So I guess that pattern is showing itself here. Ty Peets, he goes down the line past the diving third baseman in Thompson, and he will get a base knock. 2 on to begin the third inning. Nothing happening for the Rockies' second inning, and just a little case of bloopums for Michael Garcia right on the edge of the line. However, he was trying to test his luck, and by virtue testing the arm of Nolan Jones, not many survive testing his arm. Jones back to get this baseball, but that will be an easy sac fly, RBI for Madrigal, and it's 2-0 Seattle. Top of the fourth inning now as we've moved on. Nick Senzel got him with a sleeping curve last time, but you can't leave it there. And he obliterates that pitch. Coors! 110 off the bat, 407. I think that's gone everywhere. I don't know if the Coors shout was appropriate there. I think that ball is gone 30 out of 30 Major League ballparks. Yeah, that was crushed. You cannot leave that ball. That's the only run they get in that inning, however. Nolan Jones is up at the plate. He goes up the middle, and Pete, with the glove, flicks the Madrigal. Oh, big double play by Seattle to eliminate the threat of the run. Look at that, just beautiful defense. No, just glove by Pete, bare hands by Madrigal. Again, just a beauty. Nolan Gorman later in the inning, he stings this one in the gap and places it perfectly. Jazz Chisholm was on first base. He will get to run. runs all the way home, and that is the first run of the ball game by Nolan Gorman. Again, hotter than a fox in a forest fire, this guy is. Absolute madman, and really starting to play a lot better. Did not have the best year last year. Obviously won the MVP his first half season with us. But he has been smoking since coming back from the injured list. We love to see that. Tommy Domine also having a very good season this year after struggling a bit. He goes up the middle. This is going to get through into center field. They will test the arm of Isbell right on a line, but a little bit in front of Marino. And coming in to score is Gorman. So back-to-back pitches, back-to-back runs by the Rockies. And look at the Colorado Rockies waking up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ezequiel Tovar 0 for 1 on the day so far. He goes the opposite way, and Domine has some room to run. Will this be able to score Domine? Who knows? They're going to send him. The throw comes into the cutoff man, and it is way late as Domine scores from first from Ezequiel Tovar. Puts that right into the opposite field gap. So left center gap, straight up the middle, right center gap, and 3 runs score because of it. Again, everyone talks about Colorado and everyone hits home runs, the air's so thin, blah, 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 blah. It's all that space. It's the doubles I've been trying to tell you. That's what makes offenses so good around here. Fastball just riding. Also, the balls don't spin as well over here, so everything seems a little flat. So pitchers also get more meatballs. That's also a thing. But now we are even through 4, 3 runs, 5 hits apiece for both sides. Pick it up in the top of the 5th inning. Steven Kwan goes to dive. Michael Garcia, he's going to be able to get greedy this time. He's going 3. Will he try to score all the way around? I don't believe so. Into Tovar as he just taps third base. And he'll have a triple off of the ill-advised dive by Steven Kwan. Nick Madrigal trying to drive in another run tonight, and he will. Chopper to Tovar. They'll just take the out, concede the run. It is 4-3, and that's where the score remains as we are now in the bottom of the 5th. Steven Kwan. That's an easy double for Kwan. He had 50 his first year with us. Not so much last year. Did have about 35 plus, but also was hurt for a decent chunk, and I'd love for him to be another 50 double guy. 16 so far, probably not on pace to get it. Nolan Jones hits the ball very, very hard with Kwan on third base, but scooped up by Nick Madrigal. And that will be your inning. We cannot answer the Mariners' run in the 5th, so we will have to try again later. We're in the 7th now, and Ryan Noda is going to go gapping the opposite way, and he will drop this one in. James Morris still out there, still pitching well. Again, I feel like most of the runs he's given up is just like small ball runs, nothing hit too hard, just kind of unfortunate. He's getting the ground balls he needs, but does give up a big double there to Noda. Then Ty Pete, he goes the other way as well, or goes down the left field line. Chisholm is going to just hold him at first base. Run will come in to score, and Ty Pete gives them a 5-3 lead. And that will do it for James Mora. We're going to bring in Marco Garcia. He's had a very fine year out of the bullpen through 41 innings. 3.92 ERA. You will take numbers like that every day of the week, twice on Sunday. However, today was not Sunday. 2 outs in the inning, Madrigal. Opposite field, double. This will definitely roll to the wall, definitely score Pete Madrigal. He has some speed to burn. Won't quite get to third base, but will have an RBI double. 6-3 Mariners. Garcia, by no stretch of the imagination, had a good day. It was a very tough outing for Garcia tonight, as he will roll this one and give up this double. Next up, Rodriguez. He's going deep. This one will bang off of the wall, but that will be another run score. And Kwan gets to it quickly. Again, if anyone has speed to burn in this league, it is Julio Rodriguez. And he is standing up with an RBI double. Harry Ford 0 for 3 tonight. Yeah, not anymore. Jazz Chisholm, he ranges back. This will be playable. The leap past his glove. Home run by Harry Ford. I don't think Garcia got an out. He actually got 1 out. But the first batter he faced out, other than that, 5 runs he's given up. And this game turned ugly quick. It is 9-3, and we are approaching the point of no return. There's now a new New thing we were coining here. Quickly got Garcia out of there, bringing Brandon Barea in. A 5.31 ERA. Has not pitched well this year, but right now we're just asking, just get us out of this inning. Nick Senzel said, not quite yet. Quan ranging back over his head and over everything for a double. Off of the bounce, the fourth double of his year. One of the best hitters against lefties in the entire league. Kyle Isbell, can we stop this bleeding? No, we cannot. Nolan Jones not quick enough to get to it. Hit way too hard. Another run comes across the score. It is 10-3. Yeah, this one. And crazy is, like, all this happening in the seventh inning. It was a one-run game in the seventh, and we're going to end it with a 9-run. And Ryan Noda, he comes up again and hits another extra base hit. This one, a home run that has not landed yet. Right now. Like, right at this moment, very moment in time, it still hasn't landed. It got caught in orbit. It'll be out there. It'll be a comet in 20 years. Trust me. We fast forward, bottom 9. We did not score again. They scored again. And, yeah, that one is good. This is going to be a fun box score to check out. Mariners throw up 10 runs in the 7th inning and later. Yeah, just craziness what they did. They just went nuclear on us. And let's check things out. 3 hits by Garcia, Senzel, Isbell. 2 hits from Noda and Pete and Ford. And everybody had a hit. 18 hits altogether. Look at this extra base hit log. Doubles from Noda, Senzel, Isbell had 2. You have extra base hits for days. RBIs. That's a huge fucking batting log. That's just crazy. Knack, 4 innings, 3 earned. And then Luis Ortiz came in, and Caleb Ferguson both pitched 2+ innings, and both did not give up a run. For us, I mean, we put up 8 hits and 3 runs. This is a decent offensive day. Gorman, the only multi-hit game. We had a lot of hits spread out, but they were too spread out. Jones, Tovar, Gorman, and Quan each had doubles, and that was about it. I mean, look at this line for Garcia. 1 inning pitched, or 0.1 inning pitched, third of an inning pitched 3 runs. Barea didn't even get out of that inning, gave up 3. Holden Powell had to come in and just throw 2 innings just because. And Kevin Biggio, as we are back in Target Field, another World Series matchup from 2 seasons ago. And Kevin Biggio is going to drop down this bunt. Barea, he will field it, toss over to first base, and get the out. So now the Twins move the runner into scoring position here in the bottom of the 8th. We are up by 1, 3-2. Now 1 out in the inning. Riley Adams, 2 for 3 on this very day. Will get robbed by Amador, making a nice ranging play to his left, but moves that runner over to third base. Gabriel Gonzalez with runners on the corners, and Tovar goes the short way. Rockies get out of it, and they're trying to hold on and win this game in Minneapolis. 3-2 Rockies with Chisholm, Gorman, and Domine to bat in the 9th inning. Tovar with a runner on first base. Giovanni Moran in, and he gets a circle change past the bat of Tovar. That will do it for the top of the 9th. Twins half coming up. And it's Walker Jenkins, Matt Wallner, and Rodriguez to bat. And we will bring in our closer, Roger Calderon. 3 blown saves this year. 18 for 21, a 3.71 ERA. He has been quite exceptional this year, but still has outings like this. Tovar ranges, not enough oomph on it, not enough time. Made a hell of a play to get to that ball, but no way in hell he was getting the home run leader in the AL. Slider past Matt Wallner, lefty-lefty matchup. We love to see that. Gets the out. Emmanuel Rodriguez, fastball down the middle, gets the out there. All right, here we go. Jake Berger, 2 for 4, 3-2, 2 outs. Berger, ball game. No way. It's a big for all my Pink Panthers fans. Golly. Walk-off home run down to their last strike and just left it middle. I don't care who you are. Jake Zaberga is going to destroy you every single time. Little fadeaway for you, just mocking us. Yep, Twins very good still. Confirmed very good. If you were wondering if the Twins were good, well, wonder no more. Yeah, they are pretty good. We lose this one in Target Field. Beautiful Minneapolis behind us, and that will do it from Minnesota. Here's the final little taste of scouting before we head into the draft next month, or really in the next couple of weeks. And the player that we have identified, Oliver Ortiz, 22-year-old, is the 10th ranked prospect, our second, number 2 on the board. So we'll see if he's able to get to us. Only 3-pitch mix, but we really like what he has. We really like what he sees. If he's someone that falls down on the board a little bit, definitely a guy that we can, we think that we will like to target in the draft. Another pitcher we like, Britt Foster from Pennsylvania. Really good control. Really likes to pepper the zone. Strikes out a decent amount of guy, but with those peripherals is known to get hit a little bit. Also another guy with the 3-pitch mix, but those 3 pitches are elite, especially that curveball, which seems to be plus. Fastball's in a really good spot. Can get up to 98 plus on it. Slider, add some variation there. Maybe try to give him a sinker or a changeup to really pull out the palate a little bit. But Britt Foster, a guy that we're looking to, and the MLB board has him in our spot, around our spot. We picked number 21 in this draft. They have him at 22. Alfonso Matos, guy who was actually injured, and we liked him a little bit more than Britt immediately. But with that injury, it's a thing that we're going to definitely be heavily looking at. And I don't know. I think this is kind of a perfect situation if he is there with our 38th overall pick, or later if he falls, a guy we can take a chance on, but not someone I think we're going to be throwing our first round money at. Carlos Meraville, a guy that we think is very under the radar. Another guy with 3-pitch mix, just 18 years old. Really like the upside. Really has good velocity. 2+ pitches with a cutter that, even though it hits 99, isn't seemed as anything incredible, but I think we can develop it and really give him some good coaching. Obviously, our pitching has been really awesome. We've developed pitching tremendously, so throw this guy in the lab, see what we can do with him. For infield prospects, or position player prospects rather, I should say, we're looking at Leandro Bonilla, a guy who plays primarily first base, high contact bat, but with the arm strength and the fielding the way it is, maybe catcher or third base is a potential for him, especially with that fielding being very high. We have gone out and gotten some first baseman depth over the last few drafts, and just a position that I like to keep adding, even with Domine having a career year. A guy that we would really love to get later on in the draft, it's Jose Cosmo, a guy that we think is oozing with potential, but 21 years old, just still might be too far away. This is definitely a pick later on in the draft, but we really think this could be a steal. We've been looking at recently Walter Yamazaki from Japan. And actually, I believe the brother of Ken Yamazaki that we drafted last season. Yamazaki, a power hitter, but with really good fielding, decent athleticism, definitely in contention with our second pick, potentially, if he's still there. And definitely a good player, that really big, solid dude, 6'4", 240, can play the corners in the outfield. We'll see if we can get that power into Colorado. Big right-handed frame. And last but not least, Milt Chavez. Guy has an overall, just really overall decent switch hitter, good bat, which definitely focuses more on contact, but has some powers against righties, really hits righties very well. Amazing athlete with the speed profile, and the fielding is going to be above average, everyone believes. Definitely a guy that we could be looking later on in the draft, and that will do it for our draft preview. Our scouting recap in week 2. We'll kind of go over these guys one more time before the draft, and we'll see who we can pick up. We have finished June. July is upon us, and here's where we stand right now. We are tied for the NL West lead, and also a big tie within the entirety of the National League wild card. This is going to be a very, very, very competitive year, and with July coming up, it's going to be about who's going to spend and who's not, and that could be the difference. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in that wild card race. Let's add the Marlins just to add the Marlins, but you never know when one of these teams can get hot, which one of these teams can go. There's not too many games separating everybody at the moment, and especially in the West. With us and the Padres, we're still looking for a first NL West crown. I would love to get it this year. For our team, if you look at the lineups and kind of what we're doing, Kwan, excellent. Amador, excellent. Nolan Jones had a very, very hot start to the season. Sizzled down a little bit, but still having really good numbers. Jazz Chisholm, 23 ding-dongs on the year, just continues to mash, continues to have extremely hot starts to years. Right now, he's OPSing over 960, and that would be easily a career high. Almost broke 900 last year. Had numbers like this at this point, but we've seen Jazz tail off a little bit towards the end of the year. Set a career home run mark every single year he's been with us, in an RBI mark. We'll see if that can continue this year. Nolan Gorman, after coming back from injury, has been the Nolan Gorman we traded for, and actually would have a better year OPS-wise than his 2028 MVP season. He's continued to just look very, very good. Still striking out a good bunch, but also getting on base a decent amount. Hitting the ball really well, having an average over around 300. Slugging the ball extremely, extremely great. He's been awesome. Speaking of he's been awesome, Tommy Domine is finally having that offensive breakout. Already a career high in home runs, almost already a career high in RBI. Getting there in walks, keeping the strikeouts low at 892 OPS. He has been nothing short of phenomenal. Approaching all these different career highs. Only played in 108 games last season. But yeah, this is going to be the year for Tommy Domine. We already see what he's done. Already a 2.5 WAR player. Not striking out, walking a good amount, like literally has been what we thought he can be. I'm glad we waited. I'm glad we trusted Domine. Tovar struggling. Sterling Thompson picking it up, and Drew Romo having a pretty solid year. Hernandez, Montgomery, Guerrero, Winchester all having years we would expect from them off the bench. Pitching-wise, we've had some high numbers in the pitching department, and James Mora continues to stay high. Really, I'm looking at these numbers. The Ks per 9 up, the walks per 9 down, but the home run shooting up over basically almost one more home run per 9 than last season, and that FIP basically one more run, and that's what it is. If you keep the home runs down, he'll be fine, but just continues to struggle a little bit. We see the glimpses. The underlying numbers look good, but at the end of the day, you're only good as the numbers on your baseball card, and these numbers don't look fantastic. Para settling in. Bud Leonard has been struggling a little bit as of late, and that FIP has been creeping up. That home run per 9 been creeping up, and the Ks per 9 have not been where they're usually accustomed to them being. JJ Rose has been settling in a bit, a 3.46 ERA. He's been our best pitcher so far, and these numbers look about right where we want them to be. Bobby White does have that 5 ERA, but striking out batters at a way better rate again this year after dipping down to about 7 last year. He's moved it up to about a 10 K per 9 plus. The walks up a little bit, the home runs up a little bit as well. So we're just giving up the long ball a little bit more. I think the last few years we've had really good home run numbers for whatever reason. It's not sustaining itself. The bullpen has been up and down, as bullpens usually are. Brandon Barea might be coming down or being traded. Marco Garcia still yet to really pull together. Gregory Santos has been awesome, and Roger Calderon has been blowing a few saves now, and I kind of want to move him off of the closer role. So I think next we're going to have kind of a preview of what we're going to be wanting to get trades, but closer, a real shutdown closer, moving this bullpen around a little bit, and maybe even a starter, maybe even bumping James Moore to the bullpen, maybe even doing something to shake this up. I thought we were ready. We've been ready. Obviously, you're winning games. We're in a good spot, but hasn't been perfect. But we will see you next time. We have July. July is always a very busy time for us, and I'm very excited to see. Let's see what we're going to do. We have some big series against the Padres. The Cincinnati Reds are here as well. San Francisco is always a tough go. Cleveland's been all right, but we do have some cupcakes. We do have some. This could be a very big month for us, both winning games and again, the two really big series we're going to be focusing in on, and then the rest we should be taking handle. So we'll see you next time. More Rockies on the way soon.